What do you mean, why am I doing this? Because I'm not good at anything else. Welcome back to my channel. Another video for you and your visual pleasures of the internet. I hope you enjoyed the first one, or the last one. And I hope you enjoy this one too. I've been drawing away, beavering away on this one. And it's, as I said in the last one, I might do a crocodile. Well, it got the cogs ticking and I thought, yeah, I will do a crocodile. So, yeah, I sketched out a crocodile and finished a crocodile character for my wrestling zine that I'm going to put out soon. Don't worry, I'm not going to do just wrestling animals forever. I'm going to change it up later down the line, but watch a few of these. I'm gonna kill you. So I want to talk about who I've been inspired by. So Disney are obviously a big inspiration of mine. I grew up on Disney. The two main characters that jumped out to me. You're thinking I'm going to say Peter Pan, which is a good crocodile. Yeah, sure. I do like that crocodile. It's great. But the ones that stood out to me more were Brutus and Nero. Yeah, you know, that Disney film that's really underrated, The Rescuers, about orphans and rescuing said orphans. Yeah, there's two alligators on that, Brutus and Nero, who are really cool. They've got those big wobbly necks, and that is what crocodiles and alligators are all about for me. You've got all them other features. You've got the little stumpy legs, big mouths, tails, whatever, but if you haven't got a big wobbly neck, you ain't a crocodilian to me. Yeah, and I've always said that. He's inspired by those those alligators, but also inspired by remember, were it Snaps Crisps that you used to get for like 10p at the shops? Tomato flavoured Snaps. They were nice, and they had a little crocodile mascot who looked a bit like this, or I thought there was, until I did my actual research and discovered it was a dragon. So that's like a little Mandela effect for me there. I always remembered that as a crocodile, and it was always a crocodile, and now it's a dragon that I don't remember it having ears before, but now it does. So defunct crisps anyway, so you know, it doesn't matter. So next step is inking, which is my favourite part of the drawing process. My granddad taught me how to ink. I don't think he knew he were doing that, but he did. He taught me how to ink. So yeah, you draw with a pencil first, and then you go over it with a felt tip, or in this instance, you go over it with a really expensive iPad and custom brush. No, it's not an iPad, is it? There's Photoshop, so it's even more expensive. Going over it with a custom brush that I made, bit gritty, bit brush penny, but yeah, I want it to look a bit weathered, not just a straight up solid black line. I've done enough solid black lines for now. So yeah, I really enjoy the inking process. It looks cool at the end of it, doesn't it? So here we are with the colouring. So yeah, as you see, top left, I had my colour palette all picked out. I picked that before I even started this project because I hate looking for colours. So I picked out my colour palette and I just go through my colour palette, and obviously a crocodile to me is green, or at least in my mind's eye it's green. It's probably more like a brownie colour, or khaki if you want to get technical. But yeah, did him all green and then layered up the green. Keep each colour on a different layer. If you're following along and this is something you want to do, keep your colours on a separate layer and then you can tweak them down the line. I could have done this in bright pink if I wanted to, and then just change it to the green that I wanted in the end. Sometimes I do that. You might even see me doing that, where I'll colour in a different colour to what the final colour is, just so I can see it clearly against other colours. It's quite a handy little tip. There's tip number one for you from this channel. If you're going to learn anything, that's it. And I'm not saying it again because you rewind or watch it all again. Let me talk about this guy's lore, how it all happened. He had his shower like the rest of them, but he booked in a meet and greet with a zookeeper. Now, you're laughing, that's something you can do, and you can do the feeding time situation with the zookeepers at Chester Zoo as well. So he booked in this meet and greet with the zookeeper and feeding time with the crocodiles. Now, the way that they feed them, they get a fish on a stick and they put it down near the water and let it eat the fish off the stick. And then the zookeeper handed the stick over to Niall. I'll tell you more about that in a second. Handed it to Niall and said, there you go, your turn. And Niall went, oh, but Jesus. Sorry, that was awful. He's Irish, is Niall. Niall Crocodile. So Niall being the Irish name, Niall, and Crocodile being a bit of a piss take at Irish names with the O on them. So that's as far as it goes humour-wise for me. You know, zookeeper hands Niall Crocodile the stick with the spitty end first, so he's got this spag all over his fingers, and that's the DNA transaction there to fit in with the rules of my mutations. Yeah, he's got croc spag all over his fingers, and he's like, oh man, he don't even know he's going to change yet, but you know, in the morning he wakes up and he's like, ooh, I've got webbed fingers. That's the kind of situation. But yeah, he's a nice guy. He even took the zookeeper's number to have a meet up with him for a pint of the black stuff, probably, being Irish, or blood, because he's a crocodile. So you know, you never know what these creatures want to eat. It's a difficult one, that no one ever really mentions what do mutants eat. What did the turtles eat? Oh, they ate pizza, didn't they? Well, what did the biker mice eat? And I mean, are they mutants? What else is a mutant? Is Sonic the Hedgehog a mutant? Because hedgehogs don't run like that, and he ate chili dogs. So, you know, what else is mutant? There's mutants out there. Alex Mack, what did she eat? She's the mutant that this is all based on, I bet. Yeah, I've got a feeling that Alex Mack is probably the biggest influence on this, and I didn't even realise it. So yeah, if you don't know Alex Mack, then Google her and find out, because I can't really remember much about her myself. I just remember she was a bit melty. Something to do with toxic waste, and it's always to do with toxic waste, isn't it? He woke up in the morning after being crocified and was like, oh my god, he noticed straight away, because his body was now like a alligator leather crocodile skin suit, but he noticed because he was buff as all. He was like, what? All of a sudden I'm popping out of my shirts and stuff. I'm looking amazing. Like, look at that. He's flexing in front of me and pulling all these poses like an early Hulk Hogan kind of, you know, the what do they call this? The flexing, posing, whatever. That he was doing that a lot, and he was well into himself, really chuffed, and he could jump around like a madman. And the promoter loved what he saw. He was like, you look amazing, look at your waist to chest ratio, it's quite the divine specimen. So he said to him, what do you want to call yourself? And he said, I'll probably just like Crocodile or Crocky or something like that. That's a rubbish name. We're not going with Crocky. We're not calling you Crocs like the shoes, or like that guy, the PS1 game. No, we're not calling you that. We're going to call you something proper, like, what's your first name? Stephen, sir. No, we can't call you Stephen Crocodile. Let me have a little think. American crocodiles. Saltwater crocodile? Could call you Salty. Like, what else is there? Nile crocodile? Nile? What about Nile Crocodile? That's pretty good, isn't it? It rhymes. Nile Crocodile, it's a real name, isn't it? Nile, like the Irish boys. Yeah, I think that works. We'll have you as an Irish crocodile called Nile Crocodile, who is like really strong, a real high flyer, but loves a good submission hold, and like rolls around with people. And that's your special move, the death roll, obviously, because what else would a crocodile finish with? And he's like, yes, boss, I love it. So he's practicing his Irish accent, and he's doing a bad job of an Irish accent. He's like, don't you know, like, I want to be a better wrestler, like, He's got a bad Irish accent, but he does it. God bless him, he does it, and it really works. So much so that the promoter's like, we're putting the belt on you next, because look at you. You're an asset to the brand. People are coming to see you. You are the best looking, best ability in this federation, and I really want to put the belt on you because you deserve it. You're a good lad. You're a good lad. He does other stuff. He's got a very, very deep bite. His bite is powerful. And it's one of those things, in it, the crocodile fact is one of the strongest, most powerful jaws in the animal kingdom, biting down. One of the weakest biting up. You can just tie it up with a bit of dental floss or whatever and it's trapped for life. Which is a stupid way of being, really. They want to spend their experience points evenly on that. Like, I think that the human jaw's pretty good. Because yeah, I can bite through lots of tough stuff right now with my teeth. I can bite through it. But then if someone tries to shut my mouth shut like that, it's kinda very powerful. An opening human jaw is quite the powerful joint, would you say? It's up there with one of my most favourite powerful joints. So the human jaw, the kangaroo's legs are pretty good, aren't they? And I do like a monitor lizard's tail. Write down below if you've got a favourite joint of any beast in the animal kingdom. I'm sure we can have a nice chat about that. So yeah, that's the story of Nile Crocodile and how he got his belt, if you were asking. Tell your mates. Speaking of which, if you're enjoying this, please share it, like it, subscribe it. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe and share to my ramblings of stupid stories about stupid characters that a stupid man like me has made up on a stupid Monday afternoon. On another note, another call to action, I've got a Patreon page. If you can give me any money, it starts at about I think it's £2 I've set it at. And there's other tiers, but £2's the baseline, like tip jar kind of thing. If you can give any money, I'd really appreciate it. If you can't give any money, I completely understand. This climate at the minute, this society we live in is a hellscape, and I know that no one can afford anything, but if you can, I would love you to buy me a pint. That's all it is. Think of it like that. Oh, that weird lad, that weird bald lad in the tracksuit, he looks nice, doesn't he? Maybe we should buy him a pint, get him a half. Well, halves are quite expensive now, so £2 is kind of a low, it's probably cheaper than half a pint, but I'd really appreciate anything you can give. That's it, I'm done begging. So yeah, I hope you liked my drawing of Nile Crocodile. I hope you learnt some things from it. I don't really teach much on this channel, and I don't really intend to teach. There's other people doing teaching out there better than me. If you can't get it from what I'm showing you, maybe this isn't for you. If you can't get it from what I'm showing you, then find someone who you can get it from. Oh my god, I'm a good. See, you see what I mean? I'm a good teacher. So yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your presence on my channel, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Thank you, goodbye. Did you like that? That was a nice flutter of fingers, wasn't it? Like a butterfly of fingers. Maybe I'll do a butterfly character one time. Not next though, I've got my next one.